What is up, guys? Abixius, we're back, and today doing something I don't usually do, and I said that, and then this is my second time doing it this year. Um, Talking about drama, and this one is just something that I was very frustrated reading, and I figured I'd talk about it a little bit. It's about Subnautica 2. You've probably heard a lot about this, but I'm going to try to break it down and give my opinion on this. Basically, Subnautica 2 is imploding under its own weight. Lots of poor decisions being made by the company, and I'd like to discuss some of the issues I'm seeing. Let's get right into this. Former Striking Distance CEO Steve Papautusis is joining Subnautica 2 developer Unknown Worlds as CEO amid the shock announcement that the previous leadership team have been replaced effective immediately. So basically, Subnautica 2 fired its management team and put a new manager in. Unknown Worlds owner Krafton, which is behind PUBG, failed to expand on why the leadership team has been gutted, but said, while it sought to keep the Unknown Worlds co-founders and original creators of the Subnautica series involved in the game's development, it wishes them well in their next endeavors. Yeah, okay. Krafton insisted Poopy Boy will prioritize development momentum and delivering the best possible fan experience and will bring renewed energy and momentum. Um, so the first thing I saw when I saw this was new momentum and new energy, and blah, 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 blah. Basically, what this means is he wants the game done quicker, or they're not working fast enough, or something, something, something. Disagreement on how the game is being handled. Sure. Okay, whatever. That's fine. Uh, but not a good look. Not a great look, especially when the game is supposed to be launching in a few months. And this reeks to me, and it reeks of things we've seen before, like Cyberpunk and many other games, of corporate overreach and pushing for things that are going to help the bottom dollar, but I'll get to in a minute why I don't actually think this will help the bottom dollar. And of course, Crafted Inc. is delaying the release of Subnautica 2 until 2026, citing feedbacks from early tests to improve the game's quality. That sounds fine on paper, right? But here we go. The delay may cause the development team to miss revenue targets to potentially forfeit a $250 million bonus, according to people who asked not to be identified. Don't blame them for not wanting to be identified because this makes this sound so much shadier, and I understand that we should give them maybe the benefit of the doubt, but I refuse to because we see this too many times in the gaming industry. It has become a greedy, money-grabbing hellscape, and this just again, it's. I would like to assume that they're doing this because it's the quality of the game. I doubt that. I allegedly, of course, we have to go off of this allegedly. I doubt that this is for the better of the game. This, of course, it stinks of corporate overreach. It is everything that happens to every other game. We've seen it so many damn times, and this is just—it's giving me the same vibe. Let's just keep going. Crafton said the delay was not influenced by any contractual or financial consideration. Of course, they would say that. Why would they? Why would they say it was for the bonus? Why would they do that? A former Unknown Worlds, the guys that were fired, said Subnautica 2 was ready for early access. So the guys you fired some guys, they're saying the game's ready. You're claiming that you bring the new guy in to charge up the momentum to get the game to come out faster. Then you delay the game because of a bonus release window. So again, this is all me reading into this, but what it sounds like to me is those original guys probably were like, game's ready to go. Let's get our team this bonus. You're like, no, we don't like that. So get out of here. And then find an excuse to delay the game so you don't have to pay out a bonus. Again, like the only way this looks good is if you're willing to give the big company the benefit of the doubt that they're like these amazing, nice guys that are doing this for the betterment of the consumer. I doubt that. I just don't. I'm sorry. So you fire the guys that wanted to put the game out to get the bonus. You're now caught up in a lie saying that the early test is not ready. Game's not ready for the early build. The people you fired said it's ready for the early build. You're pushing the game back during this bonus window for God knows why. Um. Anyway, so right here we got Subnautica 2 developer breaks silence after shock removal. Find out I am no longer working at the company. It started to sing. We know that the game is ready for early access, and we know you're ready to play it. You can see why Max, Ted, and myself, the Unknown Worlds team, and for our community, the events of this week have been quite a shock, Cleveland wrote on Reddit. We know that the game is ready for early access, and we know you're ready to play it. While we thought this was going to be our decision to make, the decision is in Krafton's hands. And after all these years, to find out I am no longer able to work for the company, I started sting. I want you to know that whatever happens to the founders, the team, to the game, our priority is and has always been to make the best game we can for our community and the world. With your Gorge plushies and your hand-drawn fish fan art, and yes, your hard-earned dollars, you supported us in every way in every season, cold and warm, since Half-Life modding was even a thing. So again, these guys are seemingly saying pretty genuinely, of course they could be lying too, but seemingly like they basically thought the game was ready to go. They wanted to make the game quality, and Krafton themselves have thrown out all of my favorite, misdirections. And the problem is Krafton stuff, none of it lines up, and it's almost just it's too convenient for it to look this way. Sorry, I'm filming this on lunch. And this is why it's concerning, right? So like, yeah, by all means, this may not affect how Subnautica 2's quality comes out, but this kind of stuff doesn't go away in 2025. Um, Taking a look at stuff like Overwatch and Borderlands, specifically like Overwatch canceled PvE and kind of botched the rollout of Overwatch 2, and they now live with that reputation permanently. If you bring up that you play Overwatch, um, it's pretty much looked at as like a joke. The game has a terrible reputation now, even though the game really functionally is just Overwatch 1 with one less character and slightly better engines. It's never going to shake that. And the Borderlands with the TOS stuff and the comment about the $80 games, the Borderlands one is actually the one I'd more like to look at because Borderlands 2, amazing game. Everybody loves it. We just replayed it recently. It's awesome. Subnautica 1, awesome game. Most people that have played it loved it. Great game. Borderlands 3, eh. Most people thought it was just kind of mid. Functionally built game, but not the greatest. Big letdown after 2. Subnautica Below Zero, big letdown after the first one. Functionally plays fine, but not as good as the original. And once you have those shaky games, the Borderlands 3s and the Below Zeros of the world, you're trying to earn back the trust of your base. Subnautica has a very dedicated player base that I know is excited to give this franchise another chance, Subnautica 2, and hopefully they've learned from Below Zero and what people didn't like about it. Because again, Below Zero wasn't a broken game, just didn't kind of live up to what people wanted. And I felt the same way. I feel like everybody I know was ready to give Subnautica 2 open arms. But same as Borderlands with the $80 comments and all this stuff, you've already got a shaky reputation of your last thing, but people are still willing to give you the benefit of the doubt because they love what you've done. You are now throwing all of that good faith away, and there's a great chance you don't get it back. This could haunt Subnautica 2 throughout its entire launch cycle now, because if you look at Subnautica 1 on Steam and Below Zero, they're both getting review bombed now. It was within minutes of these articles being posted. People are tired of this. They're not going to put up with this. You have people that will likely not buy the game now. You are hurting your development team. You're hurting the bottom line of your game. For what? For more just nonsensical shit. And if this is just a bad PR, the bad PR speak and the way it's worded, then get better at it because this is a problem. This is how you kill a game. This is how you kill a franchise. This could absolutely, absolutely hurt chances of Subnautica down the line. And I don't want to see that because I think it's a good franchise. And I think the developers work hard. But I just hate I'm sick of this, man. The greed in the gaming industry has gotten completely out of control. Everything is just like this now. It's not just Subnautica 2. This is an overarching problem. Like I said, I don't make videos like this very often because I hate talking like super negatively. You could watch anything else. I don't like doing that. Even on games I don't like, but this stuff just it aggravates the hell out of me, and it should aggravate you too. You should want Subnautica 2 to be good. It's better for the gaming industry when games like this come out. But as we see games like Expedition 33 come out, great with small development teams, It Takes Two, all these games that do this, it gets even more aggravating because you know it's possible for these games to come out without drama, without any nonsense. They could just be games and be good at what they are. Anyway, I worry for Subnautica 2. Still looking forward to trying it. Still absolutely holding out hope that it will be really good. Sure, hope so, because at the end of the day, Subnautica is a great game, and I hope you guys don't hold this against the development team and hold it against who's actually seemingly responsible for it. Again, this is all legend, gotta say that. But I don't got much else on this one. Just disappointed, majorly freaking disappointed. So thank you guys for watching. See you in the next one on a better note. Have a good day.